Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of SkyFactory 4. I hope everyone is having a great day. I know that I am. Today is April the 27th of 2020. It is a gorgeous day here in Ohio. So I think a little bit later I will go out and enjoy the day a little bit. But for now we are going to get an episode knocked out. So it has been some time since I recorded a SkyFactory 4 episode. I did a bunch of recording earlier on in the week last week, and we have finally caught up to the tail end of those videos. So, SkyFactory 4 hasn't been doing super hot on the channel. It's gotten a decent amount of views. I was really into it, but I don't know if the audience is really here for SkyFactory 4. We're going to put maybe another episode or two out, just get the vibe for it. And then just kind of decide from there on what we want to do. If we want to continue doing SkyFactory, or if we want to just kind of, call it quits on it and then move on to something different that might get a couple more views from it. I've been considering doing some stuff other than Minecraft, but we'll see how it goes. So obviously we're going to have this episode that's being recorded today. I think this is going out maybe on the 30th, I think. I'd have to look at my schedule, but anywho, so I've done some stuff off camera after I ended the last episode, just to kind of progress things a little bit more. I honestly don't fully recall what I had done, so I'm just going to recap a bunch of stuff, and then we'll go from there on what we're doing today. So, first and foremost, I moved some stuff around, I kind of reset things up, and I have our trees going over here connected to chests, and most of them... Actually, I think all of them are on the hopping bonsai pots. So these bad boys will grow the tree, and then it'll cut them down and deposit all of the goodies into the adjacent chest, or whatever you may have it hooked up to. If you're at the point of having like a storage system or something like that, it'll just dump it straight into those bad boys. So for us, I have it set up with our, well, for right now I have 6 trees. I know we have a 7th, which was the petrified, which I don't think I have the petrified going, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we don't have that one going. But I have the dirt and the clay over here that are dumping out a good amount of items here. I have the gravel and the bone, which are dumping out all of their stuff in over here. And then finally the sand and the coal. Did I say coal? Bone, gravel, sand, coal. Yes. And these are getting dumped out over here. So we're collecting a decent amount of stuff. I have this one for the tin and the petrified. And I just haven't set those up in the bonsais yet because I don't have them at the bonsais yet, obviously. And I just need I didn't think we needed to get them going just yet. So I'm gonna let those be for the time being. I did get things set up over here, so we obviously have a stone cauldron now. I took stuff out of our chest right there, moved these bad boys over here, and then I got this set up. So this is gonna be our farm, and we got it going. I just kind of put some stuff down here. We got some melons growing. I got a carrot and some wheat that is growing in as well. And as we get some more dirt, we can obviously add to this. But this is gonna be our farming area, and obviously we got our water in there, which will keep everything nice and fertilized. So for today, we're gonna keep moving right on along the progression, and we have either the lapis that we can do or ironwood, which would be a good one to do. We can continue doing iron amber, but if you do ironwood, it might be a little bit easier to then get iron going forward. So I think that's what I want to do rather than trying to make this amber all the time. I don't know if there's more efficiencies around the amber wood compared to, or the iron amber compared to the ironwood. We'll have to see. But what we're going to get going is the ironwood. In order to do that, we need to pour molten iron over an acacia sapling to make an iron sapling. So, and I'm pretty positive that we already have a acacia. Maybe we do not. Actually, I don't think we do. I don't think we're ready on that part yet. We have iron in here. I think it will be enough. Hopefully, we'll have to see. But let's take a peek here. I think, yeah, the iron sapling, what you get from the casting. And you need this one, which you need a cauldron. You need to take an apple sapling, with some water and it'll get you that. But you gotta get the apple sapling, which this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Let me take a look here. This is what we want. We obviously don't have that stuff yet. We obviously don't have the tree for it yet. We can't make it in the bonsai. This is the best way to do it, and you need to get apple seeds, which we do not have. So I wonder if there is a progression under like farming to get that. There may or may not be. All right, so change of plan. I'm actually going to get the market going first because I think we can utilize the market to get a sapling potentially, but I don't know. I can't recall if it costs. It costs an emerald, which emeralds we do not have yet. So is the market even worth it? I mean, I don't think it hurts to check it out, but I think I want to do the market first because I realized that we have everything for it. So, a little bit of red wool. I got the red roses from just using bone meal on our grass over here, and that gave us some poppies, and that's exactly what we needed. So we'll grab a little bit of wood here, and then we need to open our crafting, and bada bing, bada boom, we have our market. Now we got to set this up in a good place. Let me think. For the time being, maybe we'll just set it up right over here, because we will have this guy, the rock. Let's see what we can get from him. Yeah, so you need emeralds for that, and then you need gold for some of these, but not all of them. You can get different things for reasonable items. So if we wanted an egg, it would cost us 1 seed, which isn't that bad, actually. We wanted bone meal. They want an emerald, vines. Actually, the egg is probably one of the best things over there, to be completely honest. But that is not that too bad of a deal. Now we just really got to figure out how we get the Acacia Sapling going here. Interesting. All right, guys, I figured it out. I'm sure probably most of you already know what you have to do at this point, but what we need to do to get this iron sapling going is we needed the Acacia Sapling, which you need to have a apple sapling in a water tub to get that bad boy. You need to get this when planting apple seeds, and if we take a peek at this, you can get apple seeds by trading beetroot or by taking an apple in the crushing tub, and you get apple juice and then some apple seeds. Now, to get an apple, I know this is very complicated, very long-winded thing. If you grow just a normal oak sapling, you have a decent chance of getting normal apples, like many of you know, normal Minecraft logic. So you want to get an oak sapling, and an oak sapling is just taking a dirt sapling in water. It gives you an oak one. So that's basically all we had to do. And then we got to let this bad boy grow. So we're going to, I don't have any bone meal, so we're just going to be shifting on it to get our little farts going, and hopefully it'll grow. We do have our stone crook, so that will allow us hopefully to get some better drops. Let's see if we can get this bad boy up and going. There we go. And then we do have vein miner, so we can just do a little shift boy like so. And did we get any apples? We did not. So not to worry, we can take we can keep growing them and get a chance to get those bad boys. So that is what I'll do. I'll keep working on this, and hopefully in due time we will get some apples. All right, that didn't take very long at all. We have our apples now, so we just need to get our, well, we have 1 apple. We need to get our dirt saplings out of here, and then we just need to crush these bad boys and not lose this. So then we should be able to plant these like so. And then I don't know. I think the shifting works to it. Maybe it doesn't. Does not look like it does. It only goes to those two. Okay, so we're going to want to get some bone meal going. And the way you want to do that is by taking some gravel acorns. And we have the gravel resin. We'll get some gravile going here, but we need bigger crafting. All right, I think that should do fine. And then, nope, wrong way. I'm doing it wrong. There we go. And we should have, there we go, perfect. So now we have our apple sapling. Oh, this whole process just for this. All right, let me double check our progression here. Iron sapling. We need this bad boy, and you can get that from taking an apple sapling and doing it like that. But I kind of want to get some more apple saplings. I don't just want to have the one and put it to waste. So I am going to utilize it. Let's stick this away. This was our gravel. Yep. Perfect. And then we need our stone crook here, which is actually just about dead. There we go. And let's get this going so we can get some more apple saplings. We'll also get this wood as well. Perfect. So we have plenty of apple saplings now. And then what we can do is, what was it again? I'm already forgetting because it's such a long process to do it. Okay, we just need it in water. So perfect. Exactly what we wanted. We have an acacia tree or an acai tree now. So let's get this grown as well. And I guess shifting is our best bet here. Perfect. Oof, okay. Let's try to get some more saplings from that because it'll be useful down the line to have them. That's always the best thing for you to do, guys, is if you are getting a sapling for a one-off recipe like this, just make sure that you get enough of them, because obviously you don't want to be in the boat where you get one and then you have to go through the whole entire process again just to get another one. It's definitely not worth it. So let's get this bad boy put in here, and I think we'll be able to just place it on top, but just to be safe, I think I actually want to remove our basin. Please don't fall. Whew, okay. Put that bad boy down. We'll put that on top, and then hopefully that's enough. Yeah, it definitely was enough. So it only looks like it took maybe 1 ingot. And we'll get this bad boy up and going here. And boom, that is our Ironwood Sapling. Perfect. So we should be able to grow this bad boy and get some more resources from it. So let's eat a little bit of food here. And then let's try to get this bad boy grown. Perfect. And then we're going to need a crook. Get that torn down. We'll get those acorns, and we'll get those saplings, and then we will cut down the wood as well. And we'll want to get a bonsai going for this one as well, because it'll make things so much easier to do in the long run. All right, cool. So if we take a peek here, we can look at this. So, okay. So I was wrong on it. So you do keep making the iron amber. That's how you keep making them. You can actually cook them up to eat them if you wanted to. But you use just the iron resin and the iron acorns to make it now, instead of using all the different ones we had been using before. You can also get a packer, which is actually kind of interesting. I wonder what the recipe for that is. You need some light blue dye powder. But that doesn't seem too bad to do. Really, what our best bet would be to get another bonsai going so we can continue on that path. But we got that going, so let's take a peek at what is next. So the next would be to obtain lead by crafting lead amber. We can obviously do the lapis as well. Let's take a peek at the lapis. Lapis. Wow, I spelled that horribly wrong. Lapis. Where is it at? Right there. So you need a dark oak sapling with some water. How do you get the dark oak? So you just take a coal with a little bit of water and I'll get you that. So that's not too bad. Do we have any water left in here? We do not have any water. So let me get this crushing tub. Pick her up. Put her back down. We're going to need some saplings. I typically default to the dirt saplings because they are the most abundant by far. And then we just crush these bad boys up to get some water. Perfect. That'll be enough to get us going. Take that whole thing. And then it said coal. So we need a coal sapling. Bring it over here. Put it in like that. And we got ourselves a dark oak sapling. Now I think these go in 2 by 2, so it'd be 2 by like this, a 4 total. So I think we need more than just this to keep going. So I'm going to go against what I typically say, or literally what I just said about, you know, making sure you grow them to double your resource output for it, or to make sure you at least have them. This was an easy enough crafting to get it. You just take a coal sapling and you put it in water. Easy enough. So I'm not going to worry about duplicating it. So we should be okay for now, but what we will need is a water bottle. We have those, so we just need some glass. A glass bottle. So just glass in general. So we're going to need some sand. We're actually going to need probably 3 pieces of sand. So we just need sand resin and our sand acorns, which it would be over here. So our resin, and then, ooh, oh no, we got plenty of acorns. Perfect. Okay. So let's get this bad boy going. We just need 3, like so, and then we can stick those away. Just keep a little bit on me just in case. You never know if you're going to need it. And then this will cook up. It'll give us our glass that we need to make our bottle. And I did notice we did get a melon up here. So let's grab this bad boy. And our wheat is ready to go as well. So we will collect that. We did get some seeds, which is perfect because we can replant those. Just like so. And we do have our carrots ready as well. Perfect. We're getting a little bit of food going, which is exactly what we needed. Our glass is ready. I don't think we can cook up the melons. I don't think we can cook up. Can we cook up the carrots? Nah. So we'll just hold on to those for the time being. Which is perfect. And then we just need to get this going. So we need to get our glass bottle. So boom, boom, boom. We actually got 3, more than what we need, which is fine because then we'll just stick these extras away. I'm sure we'll use them at some point. And then I think we needed clay and then one other. What else do we need? Clay and bone, which I don't think we have bone on us. No, we do not. So let's grab 1 bone resin. And then we should be able to get our Lapis Sapling, which is perfect. Get that bad boy going and grown. So once again, just got to use our little farting machine here and get this grown. Oh, that was actually super easy to do. I do like the color of this one, just how blue it is. And that's perfect. So now we have that sapling as well. So really we're going to want to get a couple more bonsais going, so we can get those bad boys set up. And the next thing on the progression is we could go the blue slime to get some slimes going. But it looks like we need milk for it. So actually we probably can't go that path just yet. So let me regroup a little bit and we'll decide what our next steps are going to be. Alright guys, so I did a little bit of stuff off camera just so we didn't have to sit through some, tedious tasks. So what I did is I got our ironwood going. I got some saplings together. I crafted up some iron amber. Where's it at? Iron amber using just the iron resin and iron acorns. I got a bunch of these, enough to get a block of iron, and with some of the leftover iron I had, I was able to then also craft up some clay, which I fired up, and I was able to get 2 more hopping bonsai pots going. One for our iron saplings, and then one for our tin saplings. So this bad boy is collecting a decent amount of stuff for us, which is perfect. In no time at all, we will have plenty of resources stored up in here. Now, I obviously haven't done anything with our lapis, and I still have our petrified up here. And realistically, down the line, once we get most of our saplings going, we'll get a little bit more organized on how we want to have it, and have it tied into like a storage system, let's say, which will make things way more efficient. So, but for right now, this is probably as good as we're going to get them with not having to spend too much time tinkering around with them. But anywho, what I want to do next, and taking a peek at our progression here, we have a whole bunch of stuff here. We've already kind of gotten to the understanding that we can't do the slime until we get milk, which we would want to get a cow for, which isn't unheard of. We can get the cow seeds from the market, and we'll get into that a different time. But I'm thinking for this episode, I think it'd be good to do our redstone sapling and then take a peek at getting the lead amber. The redstone sapling, super easy to make, so that won't take any time at all. The lead one is going to be a little bit more complex, but not too bad. But we need that in order to be able to even get the lead sapling and then continue down that progression, and then be able to get gold and get silver, and then eventually diamond, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want to get to, is get to the end of that. And then you kind of start getting into some of these other things as well as you go. And you know what we could honestly get into is some tinkerers at some point. But obviously, like, tinkers is it's good for tool production, but I mean, we're not really doing a ton of mining or anything like that. So I'm not 100% sure on if we want to get to that just yet. The age of farming would be good as well. There's plenty of stuff that we could do in here that would be kind of cool to explore. And then obviously, eventually we'll get to the age of power, which is really kind of one of the good progressions to get to, being able to smelt things a lot quicker, getting building tools and building gadgets going, and so on and so forth. So obviously there's the age of storage as well that we've obviously done a few things in, but not like a ton of stuff. And there's more things that we could build in here. Getting into ME and applied energistics would be great. The age of exploration is kind of interesting because you can go to the twilight in this mod pack. You obviously need a diamond for that, so we got to finish the first part to begin with. We can go to the nether probably right now, honestly, but there's no real reason to just yet. You can get cobalt and ardite from there, but we'll want to get into tinkers a little bit more. And then finally, age of all things. Oh my god, LOL. And this is just kind of some fun stuff to look at. But anywho, I guess we didn't really need to go through all of those. We're just going to get into getting an iron or a redstone sapling going, which isn't take much at all. If you look at the recipe, you just need some iron resin, some petrified resin, a coal sapling, and some red dye. Honestly, the hardest thing probably to get would be the red dye, but luckily we have we already have that. So I think, was it 1 or 2 petrified? Just 1. Then we need 2 iron, and then we're gonna need a coal sapling, just like so, and we should be able to get our redstone, which is perfect. So we can get this bad boy planted. I did clean up a little bit. As you can see, I took out some of the other dirt blocks that we had laid out, and I did expand this down so we could get a whole other row over here. And I forgot to mention, I did get an infinite water source going over here, with some cobblestone under there to hold it in place. In order to do that, I'm sure most of you already can figure this out. But you obviously want to place blocks underneath this current selection here, and in order to do that, you have to get underneath it, at least at this part in the game for us. So you get one water source block, you place it down, you hop into it, and you hold shift to hold your place. You stay within the stream, and then you place your blocks underneath, or at least one or two to get you going, and then you can typically, fiddle your way around to get the rest. Once you get one up and going, that's pretty much all you need. The rest, to get it around, you just kind of have to maneuver yourself above it to get yourself in the right position to get those. But yeah, we got some infinite water, which is perfect. We won't have to deal with that anymore. But all right, we got our redstone tree going on here. We can get everything from it. So that's going to give us stuff to be able to make redstone. Now, I'm a little bit curious because I was looking at what we needed to do for lapis. So in order to get lapis, you have to craft it up to get the amber, and then you want to use, I think you want to use the amber. Let's see. Uses. I'm trying to figure out this. So for the lapis, unfortunately, all you can do is get the amber from it. And then, or no, you can get a lapis lazuli block from the acorns. Okay. And then from the acorns, I'm guessing you can convert it over to that. Unfortunately, we only have 4 acorns at the time being. I'm guessing it's going to be the same with redstone. Yeah. So we're going to want to keep going with redstone and lapis if we want to get some of it, or if we want to get a block going. We'll obviously want to get some more trees up and going and get some more acorns from that. And realistically, what we'll want to do is get some bonsais going with them. I could, take out the trees that I already have going on some of our bonsais, but it's 1/2 dozen of the other, really, because yeah, it'll make it a little bit more efficient to get those going automatically right off the bat. But at the same time, I mean, we already have our process up and going, and we ultimately end up using a lot of these resources anyway. So perfect, we have enough to get our redstone block going, which is perfect, and that'll get us some actual redstone, which is so cool. And realistically, what we'll probably be able to do is automate that at some point. So we'll have our bonsai going here. We'll be able to pull out of these inventories that redstone, or those redstone acorns, be able to automatically compact them into that size, into a block, and then we can just output the block as is. Or if we really wanted to, we could then take that block automatically, then convert it into the dust. Now, if we do get the ME system going, which I think there are drawers in this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, there are not drawers, which is a bit of a bummer. I was kind of hoping that there would be. But drawers would make it really easy because they're compacting drawers. But unfortunately, there are no drawers in here. So we're just going to have to stick with normal chests for the time being. Now, if we take a peek over at the storage again, let's kind of see what we could realistically start off with. Obviously not for this episode. It would probably be for the next one. But I'm curious if there's anything easy that we could start with. I mean, we've already been down here. This is a lot of basic stuff. We have crates. Craft barrels, drums, storage, and more. Shipping container. This container allows inserting most blocks that can hold items, liquid, or power. That's interesting. Roll out the barrel. Compact storage. Interesting. What is compact? So we have a chest builder. We have a backpack. Which I guess there's no recipe for that, but I'm guessing you would have to do that to get that, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty interesting. So I think actually the last thing I'll do just to round out the episode is to get a lapis block going. Because why not? Hopefully we'll be able to get it just from this one sapling, We have been getting a decent amount of melons growing up there as well, which is definitely becoming our new food resource, just because they're a lot easier to handle, and it's its own independent resource, you know. Whereas with acorns, if you roast them up, you're then losing those acorns. And you know, we obviously use a decent amount of the acorns in our crafting recipes, so you're kind of missing out on potential there. But melons, definitely the way to go. But there we go, we got our lapis block, and we got some lapis lazuli, which is perfect, because I know that we will need the lapis in order to make the lead amber block anywho, which we could actually get going right now, but we're going to save that for the next episode because we're already at 30 minutes in, and what we're going to have to do is maybe get something else going so we could divert some of the melted ores that we already have, because unfortunately with this melter it will not allow us to mix be able to mix the liquid ores in here like the smeltery will. And actually maybe that will be what we do in the next episode, because we could get a smeltery going up and going. But unfortunately we have to go the path of seared bricks. I do not believe that you can do the porcelain for it. It has to be seared, if my memory serves me correctly, which is actually ultimately a lot of resources, because we need a lot of sand, a lot of gravel, and a lot of clay, which if we leave our chests going here and our bonsai pots going, I mean, I'm sure we'll have that in no time at all. Another piece of wheat there. Did we not get some seeds from that? I guess we did not. Just a bit of a bummer. But everything up here on our little farm is going great. And I do, like I said, love the melons. Those are what are keeping us alive right now. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. I love hearing your comments. It is still a little bit up in the air on what we will do with this series. If I will continue it, or if I will kind of push it back to a different basis, I don't know yet. I'm just trying to feel out the views on it, and I want to make sure that the audience is there for it. I do appreciate, though, all of you who are watching, and I'm glad that you are enjoying it. If you are new to the channel, though, and you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. It'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted, be it this or MC Eternal or whatever else might get posted. If you do want to check me out over on Twitch, I will occasionally stream over there, typically not Minecraft. It'll be, recently we've been playing Fallout 76. I have played Borderlands before, and we've also played Batman, Arkham Asylum on there. I do not have a set schedule, but feel free to stop in, hit that follow button over on Twitch, and I'll obviously let you know when I go live for that. But anyway, guys, I've babbled on way too much. I appreciate you all tuning in. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.